I'm running low on ideas sometimes. I run low on ideas. Anyway, what's up guys? Back. Let me just put this up because I still rarely have an idea where I'm pointing at this thing sometimes. And welcome to Cringe of the Month. This is going to be an interesting one because I'm not going to talk about a certain topic. I'm not going to talk about a certain movie. I'm not going to talk about a certain cartoon, special, anything like that. I'm going to talk about the people that watch them. The fan base. Because let's face it, these people are nuts. There are the normal fan bases who just love the TV show and regard it as a classic that didn't get its praise. Like the Justice League Unlimited fan base, Ben 10, and the fan base of Ben 10 Omniverse, which is limited. Then there's the fan base of upcoming stuff, like the fan base for Mulan live action, who know that it's not going to be a reboot of the Disney live action. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the cuckoo birds of a fan base. So, I want to start off with first, no, I'm not calling anyone out. I'm not insulting these people. I'm just, well, kind of calling them out. I'm not calling them out for who they are. I'm calling them out for what they kind of do. Mainly, let's start off with the Sonic fan base. This is gonna be good. Sonic the Hedgehog, a simple plot. Beat the bad guy as a speeding hedgehog. What do? Constant, crazy, gender-bent fan art! There is so much crazy, weird fan art of Sonic that it's almost hard to find the good stuff sometimes. Seriously. I think that kind of fan art all started back in 2006 when they introduced Sonic the Hedgehog for Xbox. Also, renownedly known as Sonic 06, where I believe the term furry kind of first came in. I'm also going to jump, I'm not going to have a transition. Next up, Loud House. Go, good Lord Almighty, I'm in love with this one. The Loud House fan base is one of the craziest, weirdest, and darkest places I've ever been to on the internet. You wanna know why? Aside from the fan art, which, by the way, I've been on Pinterest with this. If you go onto Pinterest and just search up Loud House, one of the first results filled in by Pinterest, Google, whatever the devil, the auto fill-in is Rule 34. Never click it. Never! Then there's the sick freaks who, for some reason, I'm not kidding with this, ship Lincoln with his sisters. He has a girlfriend. Remember Ronnie and Santiago? Even then, there's people who ship him with, what's her frickin' name? Stella, which I'm fine with. But really, the loud-cessed creepiness is just so bad. Here's the thing, though. No, there's no defending it. They are the creepiest people. And here's the thing, the fan art is sometimes pretty talented, but the freaking incest factor is so disgusting. Then there's the fact that sometimes a fan base with what you know and what you see constantly with fan base animations or AMVs or anything like that can ruin a genuinely good anime or a good video of a fan-made video. Like, there was this freaking Gravity Falls video I saw a few years back, or I don't freaking know, where just Mabel and Dipper, greatly drawn in the style of an anime, just talking about the pain of growing up and worrying that they would drift apart. Because of freaking the fan base. I'm not saying all the fan base also with Gravity Falls is like this. I'm only saying there's a select few of them that do this, that kind of ruin it because you constantly see these weird animations with them interacting with each other that just, to where that kind of stuff ruins your mind of a genuine, I keep trying to say generically for some reason, genuinely good animation. Next up is, let me think. Who's next? What actually got me started talking about this? Is there anything on the computer that can help me? Where's that? Ah, brother. Okay. What's weird is I had this video, now I'm stuck. Why can't I think of anything? I had a whole thing planned in my head for days. And I'll just go back with the Loud House. The most common one I saw, the one I first got introduced to with the loud cess without the cessed part, was Lincoln and Luna. Now, I'll admit, I can't defend it. I can't, even if I say that. They are the best, God, what do I say? They're the closest out of all the siblings, I guess I should say, sometimes in the show. There's a lot more episodes with Lincoln and Luna interacting with each other than most of the siblings. Maybe Lucy can tie, which is a lot of where the shipping comes from. But, again, if they weren't related, I guess I could see some of these things, like the Lincoln Lucy and Lincoln Luna kind of thing. I can't accept. It's just so creepy, man. Every time I see a fanfiction of, like, when it comes to Loud House, I love looking up AUs, like if Lincoln runs away or if Lincoln joins the military. It's all ruined by this freaking idea. Not kidding, this is in like a majority of, if you find these Lincoln military AU fanfictions, so many of them have Lincoln growing up and having him get together with Lori, his oldest sister, and her having broken up years ago in the story-wise with Bobby. It's just so what the f***ish. But the thing is, the fan art is so, with Loud House, Sonic, and any fan base can make these great animations, these great pictures, these great stories. But the second you introduce that cringe factor, it just kind of ruins it. Now, aside from that, side note also, you know what? I'm actually going to say that for another video. Yeah, I was like that. I want to talk about a fan base of a show that is canceled, of course, and this will be the third video I believe I've made on this show, and that's Johnny Test. This is going to also be within the Cringe of the Month thing. The fan base of Johnny Test, for some weird reason, some fan art, of course it comes to the fan base once again. Again, I'm not insulting the fan bases, I'm insulting sometimes what they draw, I guess. I'm not insulting it as hating it, I'm insulting it as asking why you do this. Because I don't want to ever make people angry, despite what you think with the Bell Twin video. That's just me being me. I just love spitting my opinions. I love spitting venom of opinions. With the Johnny Test thing, there's constant fan art I see of Johnny with that one-time freaking character. What was her freaking name? See, you can't even remember. It was the freaking daughter of that looked like supervillain but owned like a cat food company or something. Johnny was just watching a Speed McCool. I'll tell you the episode. I actually remember this very well. Johnny was watching a Speed McCool movie, trying to be a super spy, gets invited by Black and White to be a spy to spy on a guy named Nefarious. So they send him to this private school where his daughter attends, and every time he tries to just interact with her or talk to her, she calls her bodyguards and they pound him to a friggin' pulp. He then gets invited to a party by snapping on Black and White on the earpiece, making her laugh. And the whole thing with the Nefarious thing is because he has a friggin' scar over a patch eye with a frickin' cat and the laugh. But when it turns out he's just a normal businessman who has his eye scratched by his stupid cat. Sometimes his daughter is the one that has the missile codes that the agents found out about. Johnny disarms the missiles, disarms all that crap with Dookie, and the girl says she wants to hang out with him more. The dad laughs and grounds her. And that was the last we ever saw this character again. If you find this episode, how's it fun this episode? If you remember her stupid name before I find it, please comment it down below. Oh, yeah, then there's this weird... Remember when I showed you that weird fan picture of Rainbow Dash and Leonardo? There's another one like that in Johnny. For some weird freaking reason, they're not even on the same freaking... They are on the same channel, granted, but they're on different time slots, I guess. There's art constantly of Johnny Test X Buttercup from Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls was, to me at least, specifically known to be on Boomerang, an extension of Cartoon Network, where they showed a lot of their non-linear kind of cartoons, I guess, of this kind of stuff, where it'd be like Teen Titans and Pinky Dinky, the weirder cartoons were on Boomerang. Yet for some weird, stupid reason, people have shipped them together. Why? I judge shipping based on either characters interacting with each other or how I just feel about it personally. And you can all feel how you feel. I don't give a damn. But what? How? How do you get Johnny Test and Buttercup as a couple? Please, someone who ships them, please contact me in the comments. Please, for the love of God, tell me how you can get that shipping. My weirdest shipping, I'll say this out loud, Little Mac and Samus, because that freaking trailer from Mac on Wii U Smash Brothers. And all it was Samus mocking his making fun of his height, Mac basically one-punching her, and sending her flying. That was the only interaction those two characters ever had. Yet there's constant fan art of the two interacting with each other. And I love it. I don't have a reason for it, and I think that answers my question about so much of it. There's no reason. Then why am I making this video? Because I can. And I really wanted to do this. I didn't see the point of making it a weird video. I just figured, hey, Cringe of the Month, that hasn't been done this month, so basically I'll just throw it here. Later, I guess.